Greetings of the day. In the today's HR session, we are going to discuss from the previous left of string, that is the model of the social perception. In the last session, as I had discussed with you about the perception, what is perception basically, and how we perceive the things, and what are the different perspectives of perception. So today we are going to discuss the characteristics, the model for the social perception. The model, this is the whole model of the perception, social perception, that is the characteristics of the perceiver, characteristics of target, situation, and what are the barriers to the perception, and this is the social perception. The characteristics of the perceiver is the familiarity with the characteristics of the perceiver. We have the familiarity with the target, the attitude, mood, self concept, cognitive situations, right? And then with the target and so on. Let me discuss with you very clearly in depth, that is the characteristics of the perceiver. See, the several characteristics of the perceiver can affect the social perception. One characteristic is the familiarity with the target, that is the people being perceived. So people being perceived, when we are familiar with someone, we have multiple observations on which to base our impression to him or her. So familiarity doesn't always mean accuracy. However, sometimes when we know a person well, we tend to screen out information that is inconsistent with our beliefs about the person. This is particular danger in performance appraisal, where the rater is familiar with the person being rated. Okay, so then is your the perceiver attitude. The perceiver attitude that also affect the social perception. Suppose you are interviewing, or you are interviewing the candidates for very important position in an organization. So position that requires negotiation contracts, right? With suppliers, most of whom are male. So you may feel that the women are not capable of holding that tough negotiation. So attitude will doubtlessly affect your perceptions of the female candidate in the interview. Okay, so in this way it affects the. Then is your another is mood. So mood can have a strong influence on the way we perceive someone. We think differently when we are happy, as well as when we are depressed. So in addition, we remember the information that matches our mood state better than information that is inconsistent with it. When in a positive mood, when we are in a positive mood, we form more positive impression of the other. Negative mood, we tend to evaluate other unfavorably. So in this way, then is the another factor which affect is the social perception. The social perception is basically, social perception is the perceiver's self concept. So an individual with the positive self concept tends to notice the positive attributes in another person. In on the other hand, the negative self concept lead to a perceiver to pick out negative traits in another person. So in contrast, if negative self concept can lead a perceiver to pick out negative trait, and the better we understand ourselves, more accurate the perception of others. So the another is the cognitive structure. The cognitive structure is the individual pattern of thinking that affect the social perception. So some people, they tend to perceive physical trait like height, weight, appearance, right, more readily. Other focus on central trait, or the personality disposition. The cognitive complexity allows person to perceive multiple characteristics of another person rather than attending to just few traits. Okay, This is the characteristics of the receiver. Okay, then is the characteristics of the target. See, my dear friends, the characteristics of the target is, for example, few I have written only in the slide: the intention, physical appearance, non-verbal cues. So the characteristics of the target: the person being perceived, influence, and the being influenced, right, or being perceived, and the social perception. Physical appearance plays a big role. Physical appearance plays big role in what? Big role in the perception of others. So the perceivers, they will notice the physical uh, feature like height, weight, right, age, race, gender, so clothing even, or how gracefully the person is clothed, how the gracefully the person enters a room. So on the basis of that only we make a perception about that particular person. Blue pin strip suit, for example, so must be person from banking, for example only. So in this way we are very affected by all these points. The appearance attributes on the other side, in the contrast with the person, that are intense, that are very intense. So he or she contrast with what is commonly encounter, right? So all these are very important. Physical attractiveness is that the colors, um, our entire impression of other person. interviews Interviewers rate attractive candidates more favorably and award them higher starting salaries. So people who are perceived as physically attractive face stereotypes as well. Verbal communications from the targets with that affect the perception of them. We listen to the topics, and on the basis of that we discuss their voice tone, their accent, make the judgments. Non-verbal communication is which conveys great deal of information about the target: eye contact, facial expression, body movements, postures. So all these affects the target. Okay, so in this way, these are the points. The intentions of the target are transferred by the perceiver who observe the target behavior. For example, we may see our boss appear in our office doorway and think, oh no, he or she is going to give me more work or not, right? So in this way, the characteristic of the target are their appearance, their cues, their affect. Then is the characteristics of the situation. This characteristics of the situation, for example, is the context of interaction, strength of the situational cues. So the situation in which the interaction between the perceiver and the target take place also influence the perception. So the social context of the interaction is a major influence, and meeting a professor in the office affects your impression differently than meeting your professor in a local restaurant, right? So there is a difference. Okay, so the strength of the situation cues also affect the social perception. Some situations provide the strong cues and to the appropriate behavior. So there's some situation where we assume the individual behavior can be accounted for by the situation, so it may not reflect the individual disposition. This is also said as discounting principle, which I hadn't discussed in the previous slide actually. So this is the discounting principle in the social perception. Or you can take the example that you may encounter an automobile salesperson and who has a warm and very personable manner, and ask about your work and hobbies, and very genuinely interested in your taste in cars. So you probably can't assume that his behavior reflects to the with the personality, because the influence of the situation. So person is trying to sell you a car, and he or she probably treats all the customer in the same way. So in this way the discounting principle is applicable. So where simply is that some situations they provide the strong cues to appropriate behavior, where we assume the individual behavior accounted to certain situations, so it may not reflect the individual disposition, right? So it is your what we say discounting principle. Then is the various barriers. Definitely various barriers are there. The barriers are selective perception, first impression, projection, self-fulfilling prophecies. So these are basically the barriers in the perception. So barriers in the perception are these, and these are the barriers which are frequently used or in judging the other people. We judge the people on the basis of these. If I talk about this selective perception, so selective perception is basically the tendency to prefer the information which supports the viewpoints, right? Where the individuals they often ignore the information threatens their viewpoints. Suppose if I take the example of any sale manager, so sale manager is evaluating the performance of the employees. One employee who doesn't get along well with the colleagues and rarely complete the sale report on time, so it generates that most of the new most of the time or most of the new sale contracts in the office, so he may ignore the negative information, choosing to evaluate the salesman only on the contract generated. So this is selective perception. On the basis of that selective information you perceive, and on the basis of that you make a perception of that particular person. Then is your first impression error. First impression error is when we observe a very brief bit of a person behavior in our first encounter and infer that his behavior or her behavior reflects what the person is really like. So primary, or what I can say, primacy effect can be particularly dangerous in the interview. So we form the first impression very quickly, and that these impressions may be the basis for the long term relationships of employment. So the factors, this first impression is the lasting impression, as usually it is said that first impression is the last impression. So we tend to remember this point too in our mind, that how this first impression is the last impression. And the perceptions of the candidates, such as whether they like the person, they trust the person, or they not trust the person, or the person is not likely to be credible. So sometimes something seemingly as unimportant as the pitch of your voice can leave a lasting impression. And the speakers with a high vocal pitch, they believe to be more competent, more dominant, more assertive, and with the low, vice versa. So this kind of finding is really ironic. And the researches says very different things, that though it is not necessary purely on the basis of the projections. So what is projections? Basically projections is a false consensus effect, and causes inappropriate, or you can say inaccurate perception of others. So it is the misperception of the commonness of our own belief, value and behavior, which leads to overestimate the number of persons, number of others who share them. So it is, what we can say, we assume that others are similar to us, and that is our own values and beliefs are appropriate. Then is your self-sufficiency, self-fulfilling proficiencies. Propensies. It is what I can say, it is a Pygmalion effect. Pygmalion effect is which interferes with the social perception. Sometimes our perception affect the ways we interact with others, such that we get what we wish for, right? So when this self-fulfilling prophecy conducted in elementary school classroom, the teachers given the bogus information that some of the pupil had high intellectual potential. So these pupils were chosen randomly. Really no difference between the students. 8 months later, the gifted pupils scored significantly higher IQ rather than the other. Okay, so in this way, the whole this what we say, this whole model moves, and in this way, with the help of this whole model of this social perception, we all deal with the society. I hope you are able to understand the session, right? And thank you for listening and having the patience and for giving me the motivation. Those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe my channel, and we will meet you in the another session.